Today, we're making tabbouleh, using only 10 simple ingredients. Beginning with our mise en place, these are the ingredients required in order to complete the recipe. First, we'll begin by preparing the couscous. Keep in mind that you can substitute the couscous with bulgur, but for our recipe, we'll be using couscous, so that might require different measurements. Measure 3/4 of a cup of couscous, and you're going to combine it with 1 cup of chicken broth. You can also use water here, but I find that the chicken broth imparts a nice flavor. Add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Bring everything to a boil, cover, and simmer for 10 minutes. Once it's cooked, remove from the heat and let it cool while we chop our vegetables and herbs. Let's start with the cucumber. I recommend washing all produce, including the herbs, in vinegar diluted with water. We're chopping our veggies as finely as possible, so everything will mix nicely. Now let's chop our tomato. We'll only need around 1.5 cucumber and 2 tomatoes for the amount of tabbouleh that we're making. For our red onion, we don't need to use a lot, just part of an onion. Chop the onion as finely as you can. This will help the flavors to blend well. Once all vegetables have been chopped, combine them in a large salad bowl. Next, we're going to chop our herbs, beginning with the mint. Using mint will impart a refreshing flavor that really complements the dish. Finally, we're going to chop the parsley. I prefer flat parsley or Italian parsley for this recipe, but you could also use curly parsley if that's all you have available. In the time that we've been chopping, our couscous has cooled off. So now we're going to combine the ingredients into a large mixing bowl. Mix everything together well, and the last step is going to be to season our dish. For that, we'll be using red wine vinegar, olive oil, and salt. You can substitute the red wine vinegar with lemon juice as an acid if you'd like. Once we've added an appropriate amount of red wine vinegar and olive oil, we'll sprinkle with salt and voila! This is our finished tabbouleh. Bismillah. Let us give thanks first before we dig in. And the next most important step is to enjoy. Tabbouleh originated in the Eastern Mediterranean, in the mountains of Lebanon and Syria. Bulgur is traditionally used, but in our variation, we're incorporating some North African influence by using couscous, which originated in Algeria. That is how we make a delicious tabbouleh using only 10 simple ingredients.